So I am live. All right, there we go. We're good. Hey, this is Gabriel Fancher. This is live in Murfreesboro, and I'm here with Mark Hood. And glad you could come in and join us. Let's see, where should I start off? Where do you work at?
I'm working at FNB Mortgage. We're part of First National Bank of Middle Tennessee.
Okay.
Been with these guys about 7.5 years.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. How long you been in mortgages?
16, 17 years.
Wow. Long enough to know better.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Well, got through the hard stuff. So
sure. Yeah. So
hey, if you can get through that.
Oh, that's exactly right.
Take anything.
That's right. That's exactly right. Yeah. So let's see. So what's your connection to Murfreesboro?
Born and raised here.
Okay.
Back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Right. My parents, my dad's still here. My mom passed away a couple of years ago. Yeah. But my dad's been involved in the community for years.
Right. So, yeah. That's one of the questions I wanted to ask you. What's it like to grow up with like a superhero for a dad, you know?
Yeah, well, not to get in trouble.
Okay, sure, because he knows everybody, right?
Well, they're going to know you. So,
yeah, right.
Back way Murfreesboro was back then. But
yeah,
I mean, it's great because people ask about him and how he's doing, and a lot of respect there. So yeah,
totally. When I first got involved in the chamber, that's how I met your dad, and and I was a hardcore Republican and on fire for Tea Parties and stuff like that. And he was always so kind to me and never let it bother him or anything like that. And it's just I think I miss that kind of politician. Does that make sense? The idea of a gentleman politician,
right?
And because when you watch C-SPAN or whatever, they always say, my friend from Mississippi, and even though they hate each other, right? But they call each other that. But I feel like when he says it, he means it, and so it's just I don't know. I really admire your dad. So
well, good.
It's awesome.
Thank you.
Let's see. So. Tell me about working at FNB. What's it like? Well,
one of the reasons I got over there, I mean, back in 2010, the big banks weren't closing any loans. They were making it tough on everybody. We had something a little different. We had a processing underwriting in-house.
I see, right.
And we've grown from that where we've got multiple processors, multiple underwriters, all in-house. It's so much easier. When I was at the big bank, people always said, "Oh, you need to have your own processor, right there in the office."
Right.
Now we do.
Okay.
Now I do. We got access to them. If there's even before we get an approval or trying to get somebody approved, I can ask them, "What if we do this, or can we do that?" Or they give me feedback. Said, "Well, if you reposition the loan
fit
this
it
way,
into this box, right?
Yeah. So we're doing everything we can not to lose a loan.
I see. Right.
We want to take care of the people.
And so that helps, right? That improves your odds of getting a loan through, right? Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and quick turnaround times.
Okay.
We don't have only third-party part of it is appraisers.
Okay,
that's
right.
But anybody.
But
we don't have to send the file out to the investor we lock with or anything. Get it underwritten that way. So,
all right. Wow.
So
you hold your loans, or do you sell them off after you get one done?
We try to sell them off. We don't service them.
I wasn't sure how that worked. So I think everybody sells them off, or at least has the ability to. Doesn't mean they always do.
That's right.
They all have the ability to nowadays. Let's see here. What else should I ask you? You got a favorite restaurant in Murfreesboro?
Favorite restaurant, love Demas.
Okay. All right. That's a classic.
Yeah.
Right?
They've been here forever, right? Yeah. Right? It seems like it. Yeah.
You probably went there when you was a kid.
No, they weren't here then.
I thought they'd been here for like 50 years or something.
No, maybe 35.
35. Okay.
Them and Toots are right at the same time.
Okay. All right. I like some Toots, man. It's an overlooked classic. Let's see. So what surprises you the most about the mortgage business?
What surprises me the most? It's not rocket science, really.
Right.
People don't, like the clients don't understand, sometimes that they can be approved or they think they got to have a big down payment.
Right.
Things of that nature. Just kind of the misunderstandings, misleadings people have.
I think there are far more people out there that could qualify for a home and they don't know it.
Yeah. Because as we know, we were sitting here talking about rental places.
Mm-hmm.
Rent is going up and up.
Climbing.
You can buy a house.
You can buy a house, right?
And there's there's ways to do it. I mean, if they're not ready now, that's what mortgage people do. We help them to get ready later on down the road.
And and I tell people that they need to find a good mortgage person that will hold their hand and get them ready for and not all mortgage people will do that.
Well, the bottom line is it's up to them, to the client.
Sure.
We can give them every tool, every piece of knowledge we have, and this is what you do. If they don't do it,
right. Well, it's on them. Right. Exactly.
But yeah,
some mortgage guys don't take the time to tell them what they should do. Right. They just go, "You're not qualified," and move on.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Job.
Yeah, that's awesome. Do you have any memorable experiences working there?
Memorable. Probably, if you'd asked me earlier. Just I like going to my closings.
Okay,
that's the best. That's the best part of it.
I agree.
Going there and I make sure I go to all my closings. It's just something I think you got to be there for. I mean, it's a big day for these people. I don't care if it's a second house or third house, whatever it is. It's a big day.
It's a big deal. Yes.
One way or another, and there's always a question that comes up.
Right.
Or they're just. You get to know them a little.
That's true.
More as well.
Yeah, I agree. And when you use the big online guys, they aren't able to have that kind of personal service.
Very true. Right? That's right. Online is you're just talking to a order,
a number. Yeah, exactly. Right. Let's see. So what's changed the most about Murfreesboro? I mean, I know the population has, but as someone who grew up here, how do you see Murfreesboro now? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, it's in some aspects because some of the locals, I still know them. I mean, there's still that inner circle type thing. I guess it's an inner circle. Just it's just how some places are a little cliquish,
right? Things
like that. Good thing, not a bad thing.
No.
But yeah, as far as that, and then there's still some old timers that that are around, and
I think it's important that you have these people have these roots
stay connected,
that, right? Because it matters more. I would hope it's kind of my feeling.
Yeah. I mean, I like being connected. I mean, I just had a funeral over the weekend, and there was a buddy of mine from high school there. Wow. I turned around and was like, "Oh wow!" So,
yeah.
I hadn't seen him in a while, but his mom still lives here, so he's back in town every now and then. But we're kind of reconnected with him.
I am jealous of you guys that are from here and are able to still work here because where I'm from in Kentucky, if you could get out, you get out, right? And that's always my biggest fear about Murfreesboro. And as we grow and stuff, eventually, if we're not smart, we'll stop growing, and then we'll have it'll go the other direction because you don't stay still. You're either getting bigger and better, or opposite.
Back when I was younger, it was growing, but we really didn't know it. I knew that they were trying to get more corporations here.
Right.
When Samsonite was here and
okay.
all the older companies and everything. And, they were always trying to, make land and make sure they had land for them if they could do that, whatever it was. But
right.
it just has exploded.
It really has. It really has.
And I think in a positive way. I mean, of course, we need help with traffic. Every city needs help with traffic.
I mean, even the small town I'm from, right? We got one traffic light, but there's traffic.
Yeah.
we got tractors you got to worry about getting around, school buses, so. No, but what's your favorite thing about Murfreesboro?
Still, I think it's got a small town feel.
I agree. It really does.
It's like, you can go to the square, and they have the concerts there on Friday nights.
Right.
They have that, the Uncle Dave Macon Days, Jazz Fest coming up, things like that just make it still like it's a community.
I agree.
And that, where people come and gather.
I think also what makes Murfreesboro so special is we have so many people who give back to the community through different organizations and stuff. And you don't see that in other communities, not at the level that we have here.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
I agree with that. And I think, there's a lot of the people my age and younger that are, stepping into that.
Sure, exactly.
Into that role.
That's right.
Too. Yeah.
Are there any organizations that you have a heart for or anything out there that you like?
Well, I'm a blood giver, so Red Cross.
All right.
Do that and do some help with United Way.
Those are both huge here locally, right?
Yeah.
So
volunteer.
Which is important.
Yep.
Very important. What would you tell someone that's on the fence about getting a home right now? What's the first step you tell people, like to getting a home?
First step, just let's see where you are, your credit wise, and see what if you think you got problems there, let's start there and work there, work from the ground up, kind of with their credit.
Yeah.
If they're making good money, don't have too much debt. If there's just a collection or a slow pay on something, then we got to work on that to get the credit scores up, and then just.
But you can help them figure out what to do, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because I've had clients that thought they were doing the right thing, and then their score will go down or something like that because they paid it all off, or they come in.
Yeah. I mean, if you can close an account,
right,
and that will bring your credit scores down.
Yeah.
The people we get our credit reports from, DataFacts, it'll give you a number on each credit score and tell you what be like plus 35, plus 20, plus 15.
Okay.
And that means we go through the program through those which those guys provide us, and it will tell them pay certain debt down to a certain amount.
Gotcha.
No more, no less.
Right.
And that
so you're able to give somebody almost a step-by-step process. This is how we're going to get you ready to buy a home.
Right.
That's great.
And there's a lot of people out there that don't have credit cards.
Sure.
They no matter what age.
Right.
And they just I don't want to get a credit card. I've had a buddy got in trouble with
fear of it. Yeah. Right. Sure. With good reason.
And you got to have a credit card because
right.
that revolving credit makes your scores go up.
That's true. That's true. It proves that you're a good, credit-worthy person, right?
Exactly.
So very important. Well, is there anything you want to share with people? So I got you here and we're live.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I just appreciate your time. And Mark Hood with first, I guess we call it FNB.
FNB now, right?
FNB Mortgage.
Speed it up, a little easier to get it out, right? Well, thank you guys for tuning in, and thank you for coming in, Mark.
Yeah, man.
It's been great to spend time with you. Appreciate it.
Enjoyed it.
Likewise.